You've also helped to shape the Minnesota Working Group on police-involved deadly force encounters. Can you explain more about what and when this task force was happening?
So the Minnesota Working Group on Police-Involved Deadly Force Encounters was announced in July of 2019. I came on board at the Department of Public Safety in March, and on my first day, I was handed this project, and that was to bring stakeholders together and come up with recommendations to prevent or reduce deadly force encounters in the state. And so given that mission, I started searching out the best of who I had come across in my previous years of experience working in government, and was able to bring in Ron Davis, who worked for President Barack Obama and led the President's 21st Century Policing Task Force. So Ron Davis joined us and helped us establish a framework that would allow for community and all stakeholders really to be able to contribute in this effort to cull recommendations and then present recommendations that all would ultimately prevent or reduce deadly force encounters for officers and community in Minnesota. And we held our first hearing in August, and then there were 4 hearings that continued through January. They also held listening sessions, and these hearings and listening sessions happened around the state of Minnesota. So one of the things that we learned in the working group is that deadly force encounters in the state, 60% of them happen in greater Minnesota. So looking at the data over the previous 5 years, with 60% of them happening in greater Minnesota, this clearly was a statewide issue. So when we went on the road, it was Bemidji, Cloquet, Worthington. We were in St. Paul, Brooklyn Park, Minneapolis. So we really tried to get spread around, and at each of those hearings or listening sessions, the public was invited to come forward and speak, to share recommendations. And then on each of those hearing days, we had testimony from both local and national subject matter experts to bring various perspectives for the working group to consider.